Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first director's commentary in a while. Well, I recorded another one like ages ago, and I just uploaded that. But um, hopefully this one doesn't come out too long after that. But I am only just now recording this, uh, and I'm pretty excited. So today I'm talking about episode 5. Um, and this is an exciting one. So the last one was an episode that I'm maybe not the most proud of, but I still like it. It's got stuff in it that I'm like I appreciate myself for trying and doing all that stuff that I did in that one. And I definitely learned a lot from it. Whereas this one, I was going through something just very difficult um, in my life, and I don't know, like suddenly I was just like, I think I know what I want this story to be about. Um, and I mean, the last one was like, you know, uh, more like a basic plot summary, whereas this one is like actually uh, digging into character motivation a bit more, like with Rin specifically, and like it's setting up her conflict really. And on the cover here, we've got her brother. Uh, and I just like this drawing still. Like, I do it better now, but I think it looks really cool. And this is like probably. It's not the first time I've tried like a perspective shot like this, but I think it came out really well here. I think I did a good job. And I do a lot more stuff like this moving forward too. So this is really good, like practice. And you know what I want to talk about his design a bit. So this is his first appearance. I just wanted to give him something nice and simple, like skinny jeans, the nondescript shoes that I give like basically every character, um, and just a little hoodie with a little fox on it, which is a part of his theming, I guess, because his name is Cone, and that is the sound that a fox makes. If you didn't know, yeah, and he's got an antenna. He's got antenna hair. Um, I guess just because I had another character with antenna hair and I liked it, and I thought it would be fun to have a character like that. I also just didn't know what hair to give him. Wait, what did I do with him in the thumbnails here? Yeah, he has an antenna in the thumbnails too. So I didn't go over the thumbnails for the previous episode, but I will with this one because I have a bit more to say here. Um, so this shot here, it's another sort of perspective shot um, where I was doing this thing that I did with all the backgrounds where I exaggerated everything. Um, and I don't think I talk about this too much like previously, but there are a lot of like very random style changes from page to page. The most notable one is like, around here, uh, at least recently from episodes I've covered. But like here, we've got one with hatching and then just one with cell shading. Um, and honestly, it's just something I was doing a lot around this time. I was experimenting a lot with, just everything. So, um, I'd have like I'd have pages where shit would just be really different from other pages. But here I think yeah, this looks nice. It's like, it's very cute and like it's stylized in an interesting way. Um, and I don't know, I just like this. I think this is really fun as a page. And this one too. Uh, we've got Rin's hair standing up, and that's really important, but it doesn't come up until like way later. But the face here I thought was really fun. That's something I did a lot around this time. I did like just very circular eyes, basically, like no matter what. I get better at this, but sometimes I do circular eyes. It's just like more about knowing when to do it on purpose. I was also drawing noses like this still. Actually, I think this is no, it's not the first time I did that because I was kind of doing that here and here. But these are more like triangular noses, except this one. I think. Oh, there. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at like when I started doing that. Oh, it must have been here in this. Yeah, in this episode specifically. Yeah. But I started doing like variations on that. This kind of nose though is something I'd do for a while. I'm pretty sure. And oh yeah, see she notes that her hair stood up on its own. Like yesterday when she got her derivate. Yesterday? So wait. Oh, okay. All right. So I said in this, in the thing for this episode, that chapters or episodes 3 and 4 took place at the same time as 1 and 2, or in the same day. I mean, but that was wrong. Apparently, I changed my mind on that here. That it was the next day. Because this is the same this is the same day as the previous episode. Yeah, so that's not really especially notable, but you know, it does help you keep track of the timeline here. And yeah, so here's another sort of like kind of like this one, but I'm having like the warped perspective bend everything a different direction. Okay, so same thing here as with like the beginning of the last episode was that I would have these curve in a different direction, like away, you know, kind of like that. You know what I'm talking about. But you know, I was still trying like new things, and I really liked the idea of the background warping in very like nonsensical ways that just don't make any sense. And that was just really fun to me. So yeah, I wanted to do that. Oh, also, okay, I guess just a couple more things for this page. I would always like in Cat Club, I would always try to stylize my question marks like that. I still do. For Cat Club at least. For other stuff, I might do it differently, but for Cat Club, this is the sort of style. And then these like little zag lines. No real comment on them. I just I like Spider-Man, so I wanted to do shit like that. I thought it was funny. And the car, I just drew a car. I didn't try to make it look like anything. I just drew something that looked like a car. Her hair is still standing up. I actually like the pose I did here for this. This was really fun to do, and I like how it came out. I still like it. I think this is like, I mean, this episode just has some of the better drawings from this first arc. No real comments on that though. Like it's just they're just like, I think they're just good drawings. I don't really like, obviously it's stuff I would do differently now, but I think it came out really well. Like the way I stylized everything, I was getting a lot better at it. Especially like because, you know, I was inspired a lot by Berserk around this time, so I wanted to do like super detailed shading and stuff. Wait, didn't I ever? Yeah, that's okay, so like the squiggly lines were something that I was gonna use a lot more, like here and stuff. Um, but little stupid thing, I guess. In the thumbnail, she says I've got a bad feeling about this, and I changed that because I'm a coward. But it was like just a silly little Star Wars reference, and that's it really. And then here's a shot of her walking up to the door. That was fun to do actually. I really liked that one. I kind of like how it looks in the thumbnails a bit better. There's the warped perspective works really well in those thumbnails there for that. Um, and then yeah. So here I shaded with a different size of lines here, and I also did like some really dark bits. So it's like almost cell shading kind of, but like with really harsh, like, you know, just thicker lines really for shading, and then thicker hatching lines, which I actually think that looks really good there. Um, it doesn't completely look right, but I think it looks good. And honestly, I think things looking good is better than it looking right. And that was always my philosophy, especially around this time. Uh, like, and I feel like that's part of why my style comes through so well, even in these earlier episodes where I didn't know what I was doing as much. Like this panel right here, this was really fun to do, and I actually really like how it turned out. Even though like this line is all like fucky and like, you know, actually other than that, this is like just a really good drawing of the inside of a house. Um, it just looks really nice, actually. I just like this page. This is cool. Um, only thing to really say about this is that I wouldn't put these like on her eyes or teeth. And I'd draw her neck somewhere in here. I'd probably just move the head to a different part of the panel, but you know, whatever. It's whatever. Here, this is fine too. I liked drawing these like simplified like silhouette things, like abstract figures almost. I still like doing that. I do it sometimes, but usually more for like distance shots. Oh, and also, let's take a look here. We've got the cat clock, and the time is like 12. 12 what? What would that be? Fuck, what number is there? That's like, wait, 1, 2, 3. 3 is there, I think. 4, so like 3. No, what am I saying? 12. 12. Whatever. It's late. It's late. It's real fucking late. Rin is home really late. So, yeah. Wait, I got this. It's 12:25. Let me know. Wait. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Either 12:20 or 12:25. Anyway, um yeah, more stuff, more house. This kind of makes sense. I don't know. This is like just off to the left of that shot. I wanted something to be there. I probably would just not have those rooms be there if I wanted the house to make a bit more sense now, but you know, whatever. Also, the consistency between this bottom panel and this one, like the two shots being of the same room, that's actually insane that I was able to do that, because that's like I actually just rotated it in 3D. Like the honestly, the way that I'm still pretty good at this, but like the way I understood like 3D space, um, in early Cat Club, I think was like probably one of the most impressive things about it for me, at least. Um, yeah, that's just cool. I just like that. That's awesome. Um, Also, just something I was doing around this time is that I was making arms way too skinny, um, and hands were really tiny, and heads were huge. But as far as like the actual faces go, like I think my expressions were like kind of on point here. Like that's good. That's good. Uh, that's just like I like that. It's not like it lets you know what I like. It's clear what I was going for, I think. Um, so like it's just nice. It's nice, and but like aside from like smaller nitpicks, this episode is like about as good as it gets for like this first arc of Cat Club. And here's the same thing from another angle again. Yeah, like a completely new angle again. So this was just like a really fun setting for me to draw, and I was really like paying attention to everything, and also just the oh, this was a good face also. I liked drawing that. And like yeah, I don't know. This is like I like the like creepiness factor of everything. That's kind of what the thicker lines were for, like with the shading in this part. I wanted the scenes to be a bit creepier. Um and I just like this. I should have drawn like actual speech bubbles here. I just didn't want to. Um, or I'd do the thing that I do later, and I put like uh, I'd make it white text on a black bubble. Um, oh, and this face here, like that is that's just creepy, but I love it. It's really good. I like what an introduction to a character to just like have his face be this like uh just like shadowy um like unidentifiable like shape. It's just it's creepy. I like it. And yeah, I love this character, and just this is a fun episode. I like it. Anyway, so like right, so yeah, so yeah, Rin's like she's usually like home by herself. I don't know if I made that clear before, but um so she's like it's quiet, and that's not unusual. Maybe she's concerned about nothing except his room, and you get the squiggle lines coming from there. Um and I wonder what that means. And she's looking, and then her brother shows himself, and uh he wants to know like what she's doing out so late. And if you look at the time, it really is late. Um and he asks, shouldn't you be in your room doing homework at a like a good student by this time of night? I don't know why I had him say that, but I wanted him to feel like kind of creepy. Um and so here's his introduction. I was gonna okay, hang on. In the thumbnails, I was going to have him like, oh, was I not? Oh, because I erased it as I was drawing it. Well, I wanted, okay, if I was doing this now, I would have a shot of him like walking out of his room and then have this stuff next to it. Also, these drawings and the thumbnails were really strong, which I think helped with actually making the episode. Just the fact that like you know, that my thumbnails were this much stronger than they usually were, because you know, here I'd have like very loose, like really loose ideas of what I wanted there to be. No, oh, I should have talked about this in the previous episode. Okay, so like for this ended up being the shot of the cat looking with the view of the city from below. I kind of wish I drew this, but I already did the cover for that episode, so like I really wish I drew this. This just looks really cool, and I did it in the thumbnails, but I couldn't for the actual episode, and that was like, it was just difficult. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, my thumbnail work was really just very strong for this point in the story. So I think that's why a lot of the drawings came out so well here. And I also just like really oh yeah, so this is sort of to explain why he hasn't been around and why Rin is like kind of surprised to see him here. That he was at university and he was studying abroad, and he's her older brother. Actually, just I don't know. I like it's a pretty good drawing. I don't think it's necessarily like the best drawing in this episode, but I really like it. Also, just another thing that's should be noted about his design is that he has no eyebrows. I've never drawn him with eyebrows, except maybe in the thumbnails here. Some point. Yeah, like kind of here I drew him with eyebrows a little bit, but like in the actual story I just never gave him eyebrows, and I don't know if that was on purpose or on accident. If it was on accident, then it was just because I thought it looked better. But now I do it on purpose because he's never had eyebrows, so it'd be weird to give them to him now. And I think he looks better without eyebrows, so he doesn't have any. Is that all I want to say? I think so. Oh, this is my least favorite page in the whole episode. Because I didn't need to open up the panel there like that. I could have drawn the stairs, but I didn't want to. The silhouettes were fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. This is just a page where, like, at the time I wanted to draw more than this, but I just either, like, wasn't feeling up to it, or I tried and it was too hard. But it's fine. But like even this page really not being that bad, like kind of just says a lot about how like just how good I think this episode is, that this is my least favorite page from the entire thing. Anyway, so you know, Kone's like, I just came back today, and like, no, what are you doing out so late? So like, you know, Rin's like kind of surprised that he's here, and he's like, yeah, I'm here. Now don't change the subject. We're talking about you here. And like, yeah, he's very good at pressuring, I guess. But like, oh shit, that was good. Anyway, sorry. And she's like, oh well, I made a friend yesterday, so I was hanging out with her, and like, honestly, the drawing here is good too. I kind of like that. Like, again, like for what my style was at the time, and like how like what my skill level was, like I really made it work with these drawings, I think. Also, the hair. I don't think I was doing that. Wait, no, I was in the last one. Here. But I think it was just that one. No, these ones too. Yeah, but that was that. Other than that, her hair was solid black in that episode. But here, I started like adding shine onto her hair in just about every panel, aside from like a few. Yeah. But anyway, this is a good drawing. I actually like this one. Um, and this too. This was just wow. Like, yeah, no, the nose especially, the eye I'd probably do differently now, but again, just like for what my style and skill level was, I think I stylized these drawings in a way where they just came out really well. Um, and this panel again is one that I feel like I could have done better, but it's fine. I think it looks exactly the same in the thumbnails too. Like it's not. Oh no, it looks like this in the thumbnails. That's kind of better. I would have it be like over his shoulder like this now, probably. Because I actually know how to do that better. So, like, wait, did I change anything here? No, I didn't. Wait. Oh, shit. No, I didn't change anything about the dialogue here. I wasn't doing that so much around this point, except with, like, earlier when I was just, like, giving very rough dialogue in my thumbnails, but here it was, like, exactly what I wanted. And I like this too, where, like, Ren is, like, thinking about, like, oh, how do I describe Choco to my brother? I really like the expressions here too. It's cute. Like it's got the same like detailed creepy shading as the rest of the episode, but she's got like a very warm expression on her face, and it's really sweet. And I don't know how I did it really. I had this like style at the time where like my shading was actually just kind of creepy because I was inspired by Berserk and I was shading like Berserk, so it kind of just came out like that. But like all the expressions and characters and stuff like ended up making it feel a lot warmer than it looked, and it's interesting. I don't really know how I did it, but maybe like a bit of cognitive dissonance in the art. I don't know, but I don't know. I just like this drawing of Choco too. I really liked it when I made it. I was like, holy shit, this is an amazing drawing. I still think it's pretty good. It's really cute, and again, just like given where my art was at the time, I think it's good. And just what Ren's saying about her too, like she cares a lot about others. Her smile is contagious. She's made me happier than I've ever been. When I think about how much fun I had today, it makes me more excited for tomorrow. She's exactly the kind of person I wish I could be. Just to kind of show like how much Rin admires Choco and wants to be like her, and also, um, I'm gonna spoil it now, you guys. Rin's gay. She likes women, you guys. Anyway, like yeah, no, she's gay, and she does have a bit of a crush on Choco at this point, I will say, for sure. Yeah. Um I don't think I haven't made it explicit yet in at least not at this point in the story, and not where the story is now either. Not like I've done with a certain other character. I will get around to in these videos eventually, but uh, yeah, I just like their relationship. They have a nice thing going on, and I'm gonna do some fun stuff with it in the future. You'll see. um, and then Cone's like, I see how sweet and his his face. Like the lack of eyebrows really helps, but like I've been like trying to just give him like no expression. You know, like he looks almost dead a lot of the time. And then this panel of just like this is the first time I've well, okay, maybe not the first time, but like I love just drawing stuff, like writing out sentences in my own handwriting for impact, and it takes up this entire panel. Um, and then after that, like the whole like episode takes a turn. I mean, it's already been creepy, but like look at this, like wow, look at that, look at that. It's such a simple drawing too, but I really like the effect this has. Um, and the questions Kone is asking: does she have good grades? Is she a good role model for you? Is she in a gang? Does she do drugs? What kind of friends does she have? Do her parents know she was out so late with you? Have you known her for very long? Is she the same age as you? Would she pressure you into anything dangerous? Like, these are like, ugh, like, um, not necessarily invalid questions, but definitely like prying, like, and just like kind of like scary questions to be asked, like all rapid fire like that. Especially like, you know, uh, especially since Ren has like no socialization at all. Um, and that's the point. Uh, and so Kone's like, you know me. Wait, oh, you know you can trust me. I'm family, but this girl, she's a stranger. You can't trust someone you don't know. And he says, I know the horrors of the real world. I've seen them, lived them. You're but a naive little girl who has yet to be betrayed. Everyone hides their true self because they know it's wrong. They know that, wait, they themselves know how dangerous their dark side is. And, like, this is a major theme of the story here. Like, I was going through some shit. Clearly. Also, this page is just wow. Like, this is a good page. I still like this page. And like this is like just I guess this is just what I was going through. I was like dealing with some shit and I was very scared. And yeah, I didn't know if I could like trust anybody in my life, so I really wanted to express that. And I'm better now, but some of the stuff is still like very real anxieties and fears for me. And it's probably why I'm still writing this, because it's just stuff that I think it's really hard to get over, and I don't think it ever really goes away. But I think it's also just really interesting to explore and it's something I want to talk about. And like, I think I've talked to people and I've been told that they find like my characters and my story very relatable. So I want to keep it up, uh, just because like I feel like I'm doing something good here, or at least I like what I'm doing. Um, this arm's really skinny. uh, but like I said before, that's just a problem that I had around this time. I made arms really skinny. Other than that, though, just it's good. This is a good drawing. Um, I think I made it look good, and that's okay. This is the one. This is the highlight of this entire episode. Just this drawing. This is what the whole thing was building up to, really. um, anyway, Cone iterates further. She may smile and seem friendly, but it's all a facade. You may be happy now, but in time you'll come to learn her true nature. Discontinue your friendship with her now before you get hurt. And um just like you can I think you can feel the shit I was going through at the time. Like just through the drawings alone. Um yeah, cuz like wow, I was in a really dark place. I think I just was. Yeah. Um kind of shows in these two where I'm I'm drawing these thumbnails and like this is all that's in them. What did I write here? Is it the same? Oh. Oh, right. Okay. I cut this question out. Um because I that's like a recurring thing in Cat Club where I will write something in the thumbnails or I will draw something in the thumbnails and I will like cut it out of the story because I'm like really worried that it'd be too dark or something. Um, yeah, but I think it was. I almost wish I left it in. I'd probably do that now, honestly. Cause and I'll tell you why. Cause Cone sucks. He's very manipulative. He's he I don't trust him to respect boundaries at all. Um, and like it's I left it out because I felt like it was too much. Uh, but honestly, I don't care about portraying Cone as like the worst person ever anymore. But anyway, uh, oh yeah, this part was different too. The horrors of the real world are invisible to a naive, inexperienced child such as yourself. May I see them plain as day. I I kind of wish I said that instead here instead of he knows the horrors of the world. He's seen them, lived them. Uh, because I think I wanted to show that like Cone has suffered in some way. I wanted to hint at that. And I do think that's still something that I want to explore in the story, but at least a little bit. But like, I don't know about revealing that just yet, or like even hinting at that. I feel like it's enough to just have him be manipulative here, because that's what he's doing. Um, because this I won't lie to you. This does come out of like, oops. This does come out of a sense of like genuine concern for his sister. Um, oh wow, I had him set more here, didn't I? Yeah. Um, she she smiles and seems fun, but she's covering up her darkest secrets. You may be happy now, but that happiness will inevitably become an empty pit of despair. Despair. Ooh. uh, when you discover her true nature, I'm telling you now, this is for your safety, in quotes, Ren. Just continue your friendship with this girl now. And like, this isn't bad, I guess. I do, for this page, I think I like what I did here better. Um, this page I kind of wish I did the dialogue a bit differently, but it gets the point across, so overall, I think these are just really good pages. Like this is like not the thesis, but it's the counter argument, I guess, for the story. And like for an anxiety that I felt so deeply, like I do this one, I had to consider like how do you wait? Oh, I'll talk about the last page first. So, uh, Rin is just saying, Cone is right. Tomorrow, I'll say goodbye to Choco and Cat Club, and like, this is just like her being really, really sad, um, and like in bed and crying and shit. And this is her on her way to school, and I've had people comment on this before. Yes, this is a bit of a JoJo reference. This is the Dio walking meme. Yes. Okay. That is what I used as reference. I think it's more clear in the thumbnails. Yeah. See, yeah. But anyway, yeah. So that was episode 5. Um, and I think this is the peak of this arc. The next arc is better, but this is the best episode of this arc, absolutely. And I'm really happy I made it because it helps me vent a lot of like anxieties that I was dealing with, and they were really difficult for me. Um, and I don't know. I'm just really happy that I made this episode because, again, like it's what Cat Club is now, and it's what it's about. And this is just it's the main conflict. It's uh, I think I think Cone didn't exist as a character until I made this episode. I or something. I don't know. Oh, he was the first design that I didn't make in Pit Crew first, or that I didn't get from a Pit Crew that my friend made. Uh, that's a conversation for another time. I'll talk about that in another video. But like, first original design, completely original, straight from my head. And I think he came out well. At least like, his like who he is as a person. He more so represents an idea and a conflict for that Rin has to deal with, and again, I just really like this character, and I really like this episode. I think it's still one of my favorites. Uh, I have more favorites that I want to talk about for sure, but this is a really good one. I like this one a lot. And I do think it was probably the best I got out of this early style too. Um, this page specifically. This was a really good page. I still think this is good. Like, wow. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's all I want to talk about. I think we're done. Yes. Okay. If I have any more comments on this episode or anything, I'll definitely bring them up in the next one. Because the next episode is sort of the answer to the question that this one proposes, or at least an answer. But I'll get into that more later. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah. Wow, I talked about this episode finally. I'm really happy. Anyway, yeah, see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned. Bye.